What's up, Steemit? Brian Phobos here. We're here for another pool meeting, and today I want to talk about the quickest way for a minnow to go from zero and to build their steam power, cycle it back into itself. So if you guys are not familiar kind of with my story, when I came on a Steemit like almost a year ago, it was July 2016, but it was kind of towards the end of July, so it hasn't been quite a year. In my mind, the system was not going to work if I couldn't come on and make money from it without putting money in. That was a big thing, because let's say like with multi-level marketing and that kind of stuff, you know, there's always this pitch that, oh, you're going to have to buy this starter kit, or you're going to have to buy $3,000 worth of stuff and all that. And in my mind, it was Steemit would have never taken off if it was impossible for someone with a content creation background to come in and make money. Like if I couldn't make money, you know, besides the video equipment, I made money online through AdSense, through YouTube, through affiliate programs, pushing traffic through YouTube, all that kind of stuff. Like I make money online. So if I couldn't do it, it wasn't going to work. So anyway, going back, I've never put any money in. Never put any money into Steemit. I'm not saying that it's a bad idea. If you brought money in and powered it up, that's going to amplify your progress. And you know, I'm not saying it's not a bad play. That's for you to decide. But as of right now, I pulled about $4,000 out of Steemit, and you can see my account, it's around maybe $3,300. So, you know, and it's gaining all the time. There's a lot of payouts that are, you know, in the queue kind of thing. So, anyway, starting out, let's say you're at zero. You do your intro post. Obviously, posting is one way to earn, but you've got to be able to, you can't necessarily completely rely on that. That needs to be kind of yeah, it's a given, but you need to be able to make that work for you even more than it would if you were just posting and then not doing anything else. So let's say you do the intro post, you're going to get at least a few Steam back dollars. You could take those few Steam back dollars and, you know, you could invest it in Rando Whale. So it's like Random Whale, but there's no M. Some rat bastard, you know, made an account that was Random Whale and was collecting people's funds. So don't send it to Random Whale, send it to Rando Whale. But basically, you're going to get a 1 to 5% upvote from that. It's a little bit played out. You know, the power's typically depleted. It used to be when not as many people knew about it. It was worth a lot more, and I was able to actually pump up a lot of my posts. They had decent payouts. I was able to pump them up even harder, and it made a lot of sense to do it. But it's a little bit of a gamble. You're going to go at 1 to 5%. So let's just pretend, and I don't know exactly, it just depends on the power, but let's just pretend that under 2.5%, it's not going to be profitable. But if you got a 5% vote, then suddenly, you know, it could be decent. It's not going to get you very far, you know. It's not like it's going to take your post that was at $5, it's not going to you know, jump it clear up to 50 or something like that. Again, when you're making comments, and I talked about this the other day, if you go to ChainBB, so it's beta.chainbb.com, Jesta, one of the developers, third-party developers on the platform, has this other way to access the Steem blockchain called ChainBB. It looks like a forum kind of format, and as an incentive for beta testers to get on there and use the platform, and you're only using your posting key, so you're not, you know, it's not going to compromise your wallet or anything. You're just able to get on there and do comments and vote and stuff like that. You know, he's basically providing a small percentage of his upvote, and then other people are tagging along behind him on an upvote. I was getting 40 cents per comment I was making, and then something changed where something wasn't working right yesterday, and I wasn't getting the upvotes, and then today it seems like it's back, but I was only getting about 7 or 8 cents, and it was just his upvote. It wasn't Crypto Octopus, or there were some others that were tailing him basically with the upvote to make it pumping up to 40. So we'll see if that pops back in, but that's a great way, you know, to be in there with the comments. Now another way, kind of like Rando Whale, is the Minnow Booster. So this is a newer thing, but again, it's basically buying a vote. There's one where you can do vote buying, but the voting power has to be over 26.67% for it to be a break even. Now, the way you can check voting power on any account is if you go to steemdb.com/ and then at your username, or you can go to steemd.com/ at your username, and you can see the voting power in there. I wish that steemit.com would show voting power somewhere. Hopefully in the future they will. Not really sure why they don't show that. So Minnow Booster, and there's a couple different things you can do with that. You can buy delegated Steem Power, but again, with that, you're going to be, if you're a minnow and you're at 0 and you want to buy like delegated Steem Power to amplify your gains, you're going to be bringing money in from the outside essentially. So, and that's fine. Like, obviously, like if you want to bring money in from the outside, that's a way you can rent it. It's kind of like renting a Lamborghini for the weekend, but you can rent it for a week, you can rent it for 2 weeks, you can rent it for 4 weeks. You can rent that Steem Power, and that's going to be cheaper than buying it. If you're like, well, I don't want to have such a long-term commitment, you could rent it. Or if you were like, well, I'm going to rent this for a while, and then I want to take that money and I want to invest in Monero or something like that, or you're trying to go somewhere else. So also you can invest Steem Power, but if you're starting out as a minnow, you're not going to really have the Steem Power to invest in it. But they're saying that, say you did have a lot of Steem Power, if you invest in Minnow Booster, they're saying it's going to return like 100% in a year. Seems kind of crazy. I didn't look real in depth at the math or how that would work. Seems a little bit kind of insane, but basically you want to earn curation rewards too, because anything you earn, you want to be, when you're upvoting people, you're getting a portion of their payout, and so you want to amplify that and be as efficient as possible. So your quickest way is to automate your voting. So you can go to steemvoter.com, and I do both manual curation and bot curation. I've got certain people that I'm auto voting every time, and I'm doing that through steemvoter.com. Again, that's using your posting key. You're not compromising your wallet by utilizing that. And in there, you can actually set up multiple accounts, not just your main account. You could have like additional accounts that you could set up to automatically vote for you. These kind of things. But of course, like, it comes down to the Steem Power. But if you've got these out there running, think in a long-term sense. Say they're out there running and earning little bits all the time, and it goes for years. There's a point where, let's say when Bitcoin first started, people are like, oh man, that stuff's only worth 30 cents. 30 cents a coin, or that stuff's only worth $2 a coin. What is 0.1 Bitcoin worth? It's only worth 30 cents a coin for the whole coin, so who cares about this? Think about it that same way. Say Steemit takes off, Steem takes off. These little pieces, it could be something big someday. And if a lot of it's bot driven and it's just voting for you when you're asleep, why not? So try to get automated, step it up. That's what everybody else is doing. So you can go to steemvoter.com, it's free, and you get 10 rules, so you can have it set to upvote 10 people. And when you're new, that's enough. If you want to pay $3 Steem a month, then you can have like 250 rules or something set. So you can have multiple accounts in there, all that kind of stuff. Control like a whole bot army. And then, okay, back to posting just in general. I feel like some minnows would have a better shot if they really focused on the daily challenges. I even do a lot of the daily challenges. I think they're fun, and I've got a lot of pictures on my hard drive from different trips I've taken and my different experiences, and it kind of adds to the kind of the legend here of Brian Phobos, the guy who does the pool meetings. So basically, challenges, okay, there's Monochrome Monday, there's Tree Tuesday, Beach Wednesday, Sun Thursday. There's all these different challenges. I'm looking at this little cheat sheet here. Oh, there's a color challenge. Every day is a different color. I think like Monday is red, Tuesday was like orange or something. So I've been doing those. Those are kind of cool. Different pictures that have that color in there. And the reason I say this, that the challenges, you might get more visibility with the challenges, is because people are clicking on that hashtag. They're clicking on that tag, like collar challenge, and then they're seeing different ones. And I've even done it myself where I'm like, oh, what's the collar for today? You know, like for the color challenge, like when it's like red or is it green? And I'll click, and then it'll kind of catch my eye. Somebody else's, I'll be like, oh, what's this? And I'll click, and I'll end up on their post. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Then I'll upvote it. So people are more active on that hashtag, whereas I don't go over to the right side and click on Life or Blog or Steem or Steemit. I never click on those, but I do click on the meme challenge hashtag. I do click on color challenge. I click on like monochrome Monday. Like I do click on those, and I think that other people do too. And I'm seeing a lot of those posts get visibility. So I think that you got a better route there to get a little bit more visibility if you at least mix some of that stuff into your post. And then again, automate, make your comments through Chain BB if possible, have another tab open and do that so that you've got a chance at a little bit bigger payout and a bump. See, when you get that, let's just say it goes back to worth 40 cents for Chain BB for a comment, it's going to bump it up to the top quickly. Let's say if you were like in there quick, and then other people would be like, yeah, that's a good point. And then they upvote your comment. It's kind of like a herd mentality. They see that you got these upvotes. They might not even understand that it's coming from, that's an automated upvote, because you use Chain BB. But then they're like, oh yeah, well, okay, like these other people upvoted it. Yeah, that's a good point. I'm going to upvote it. And then you end up making more. And you just have more visibility in general. So anyway, that's the quickest way to try to expand out, like try to keep circulating your money in, try to do these auto voter whales, try to do the contests, and try to do the challenges for better visibility, and then automate yourself with steamvoter.com. Anyway, thanks for attending the pool meeting. See you guys later.